ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Beard Show. My name is Ollie, and today on Soundtracking DAYZ, we've got a very special one from a Twitch streamer called Spaglettie. I hope I'm saying that right. Apologies if not. Sounds a bit like spaghetti, but Spaglettie. Is that right? I hope so. Please tell me I'm right. God, let me know in the comments. Am I right in how I'm pronouncing that? Anyway, back to the business at hand. So, she recently put out on Twitter a clip of her getting her best shot in DAYZ so far, which is, as you saw in the clip before, as a headshot, completely domed the guy. Absolutely amazing. So I reached out and I said, "Would you like some soundtrack for that?" And she very kindly agreed to send me the clip. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. Now, guys, if you'd like to see more of this content, please leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comments below who you'd like to see me do next. And if you're feeling especially kind, you can maybe think about giving me a sub. It is free to do. Just means you get to see the next video. But with that said, let's get into it. Right, so I went ahead and got some different sorts of sounds and things for this. Trying to be a little bit more organised, because if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I'm not very organised, you know. But, you know, there is something to be said about doing things on the fly. So, you know, let's have a little look. So, I got this thing from FM8 called Chaos Pipes, which is pretty cool. Let me just transpose it down. It's quite a nice sound. It's got to be played low. I came up with a few beats on the old brake tweaker. That's the word I was looking for. Well done, Ollie. So yeah, so I've come up with these kind of weird. Now I don't know if this is going to work. You know, it might not. We might change it. You know, I do reserve the right to change my mind. So here is a little. I've just been kind of fooling about with it. So what I wanted to kind of do was have a sort of war drums kind of thing, but make it a bit weird, a bit more industrial, you know, because it is on a Malsk map, and I think it's cold, and you know, I think it should sort of reflect that in the sort of mood of the piece. I also got this nice little atmosphere as well, which is quite lovely. Kind of reminds me of the old Silent Hill games. If anyone's ever played the Silent Hill games, absolute classics, shout out Silent Hill. But it just reminds me of that Akira Yamaoka sort of sound. So I thought, again, nice cold sound, I thought, for that. So at the you know, I'm just going to turn that off at the minute, the volume, so we don't get the squeaky voices. So like it's kind of, it goes across, and the action doesn't pull in until, you know, 30 a minute in, really, is when the shot happens. So what I thought we could do on this is we could make it sort of calm, and, well, not calm, but like quite tense, but still quite in the background, sort of like. So if we kind of, like that, it's a bit kind of mysterious. So let's give it a bash. So we've got a nice little start there, and you know, it just kind of gives it a bit of like kind of weirdness.
Hey guys. 3 guys. Got one. One is
Okay, so what I've done here is I've just decided to put a few effects on this chaos pipes thing. So a bit of reverb and a spectral shaper. Now what this spectral shaper does is it can completely just change the sort of frequencies. So let's just have a little listen to see the changes here. And what I'll do is I'll play it to make the example as well. So I'll show you the example of how it changes the sound. So that gives it a bit of a muffled sort of sound. So I wanted it quite metallic, and we've got a reverb on there as well. Now what I'll do is I'll play about with the automation of the reverb as well, so we can kind of have that coming in and out and making it a bit crazy here. Let's go on to the beat aspect of it next. So only one beat so far is sort of taking my fancy. When the sort of action starts to kick off, this one kind of works. Let's have a listen.
Three guys.
I mean, we could maybe have it come in a little bit earlier as well, but that sort of kind of seems to fit for now. So I'm going to put that on the back burner for now because I want to get more synth work done with Arcus. So we've got this Panther Ray sort of sound. So let's have a little listen. It's got quite a nice timbre or tone. Timbre is the silly name for it, the technical term. Anyway, yeah. So it's kind of just been messing about with the beat as well a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm still going to leave the beat till a bit later on. What I'm going to do is I am going to do something that I haven't done before, which a good friend of mine and producer, a guy called Gavin Hammond, shout out to Gavin, he said to me, you know, with those videos it's really cool, but why don't you mess about with the actual audio from the video? And I thought, that's a great idea, I haven't thought of that before. So what I thought we could do is get some nice reverbs, like on these footsteps, and we can kind of play about with that, and you know, let's see how it works. Okay, so what I've done is I've just added a bit of delay onto this audio track here, so if we have a little listen we can kind of play about with it.
You got a suppressor for your gun?
No.
That shot sounds really, really cool with all the delay and a bit of diffusion reverb on there as well. So we're kind of getting there, you know, trucking along.
Hey guys. Three guys.
So we've got a bit to do. Got some popping and stuff. That's to do with my computer. Something to do with the buffering size for when I'm recording in OBS for some reason. I don't know why, but we'll fix that somehow. I'll sort something out. But that's the sort of beat that I'm kind of doing. The other stuff I was kind of doing, it's not in triplets. It wasn't in triplets, so we, you know, but we can maybe mix in a few bits and bobs. See, that's in threes now, so we could have a little fun and kind of mix some of these. So we could even just take that a little bit further and just switch that up a bit again. That sounds pretty cool. So we could kind of mess about with kind of bits like that. It's got to just mix in with this. This is the hard thing because it's in triplets. So okay, so what I've done is I've kind of changed tact a little bit. So I've just been kind of messing about. So one of the things I was messing about was this chaos pipes thing here. So what I've done is I've decided to kind of pan it from left to right, or right to left in this case. But I wanted to, and I also used a filter. Now the way I did that was I used this awesome new, well it's new to me, called Shaper Box, which allows you to just add in all these things, so like filters and pans and stuff like that, without too much hassle, which is really damn awesome, to be honest with you. So I've set it to 16 bars, so every 16 bars it starts again. It sounds a bit jumpy there, but in context with the mix, you don't really notice it. And what I did was, instead of using a sort of drum beat, I wanted to kind of sort of change tact again with that. So instead of using like a sort of standard beat, I've decided to put some, like, I guess you could call it an impact, but I wanted to make it a bit more, I don't know, a bit more dark, I think. So I kind of used that to sort of, you know, just give it a bit of space, and I also used it on the actual audio file. So what you'll notice in a second is it panning from side to side. I wanted to give it a bit of an easy, an eerie sort of space, you know what I mean? So like when you listen to it, it all kind of sort of comes from different angles. Gives it a bit of bite. And then what I wanted to do is maybe when the shot actually happens, which is about there, bring in something cold and quite, you know, snappy sounding. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just added a bit of violin and a bit of percussion on there. So if you have a listen to this, it's has a bit of impact and distortion on there, which is quite cool.
Free guys?
So it kind of accentuates the shot, because that's kind of that's the shot there. So might even need to bring it back a little bit. On that bit where Letty says got one, I want to take all the music out of that bit, and so it just makes the shot the important part of the piece, because that's the whole idea behind the video, as this headshot. So I feel like I'm detracting from the original idea if I don't make that the center point of the video. I guess the classic thing would be to slow it down, which also looks really awesome as well, but I thought I would try something a little bit different in terms of that. It's easy to slow it down, it's difficult to make it sonically look good so it draws the eye to that particular point. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that, but I'm going to try that. Okay, so I've got a little bit of what I wanted out of that, so I've just decided to take those chaos pipes out completely. So I'll just kind of zero that track down, and I just added some volume automation so it just stops dead. So if we listen back,
Hey guys? Free guys?
Got one.
One is pushing.
just gives it a nice bit of ambience there, you know, and we could double it up on different instruments. So if we just duplicate that, and it should still have the same volume automation. Fantastic. So we could do, let's just change that. So I'm using BBC Symphony Orchestra, which is quite nice. It's just simple. So let's get a lot of bass kind of thing, and we'll take it down an octave. I want to make sure the volume comes in a bit slower, bit of a slower attack. Maybe kind of higher on that one. Let's push that.
Hey guys.
Got one.
One is
Yeah, that's nice. That's got some nice presence. So what we'll do is I will maybe do a few more and then come back. Okay, so what I've done is I've got like a riser there as well, just to kind of come and cut in. So if we listen to this,
three guys.
Got one.
One is
so it's just this sort of echoing gunfire in the speech and stuff. I think that works quite well actually. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to fill out the start with some more strings and some more sort of interesting stuff. So when I come back, I'll have a bit more interesting stuff melodically, because I still think it's quite bare bones. So I've kind of enjoyed this one because instead of kind of just going balls to the wall straight in, what I've done is I've layered it up slowly. I think, well, that's how it feels anyway. It might come across different on the video, but it feels like I've kind of done it a little bit differently. Still a similar sort of vibe to my other ones, but it still feels a bit different to me. So yeah, so when we come back, I'll have that done. So what I've got is I've got this nice sort of strange sort of orchestral kind of thing happening. Which I think should work. Some of the notes might clash, but we'll try it. So that's quite a nice sound there, you know. So it's got and what we could do is we can bring that in slowly and bring it out, and you know, just do kind of things like that. But I quite like that sort of sound. I think it's quite nice. So all we've got to do really now is clear it up really, and yeah, let's do that now. Okay, so what I've done is I've added some volume automation in here just to kind of bring it in, bring it out. We might add some panning as well, maybe, to counteract that, but let's have a little listen here. So I think that gives it a nice bit of tension there. So what we could do, what we'll do now is I'll print that, and then what we'll do is we'll go into the shaper and we'll kind of bring some panning involved, and we'll see what we can do with that. So we've got this shaper box up, and I've just soloed that string section. So what we could do is maybe play about with panning. Let's change it to 32 bars. So it's kind of bringing it in, and if we go down, let's just add another point in there. Let's get something quite interesting. We could even add in a bit of delay as well. Don't know how this will handle it with the recording software, but we'll give it a go. It shouldn't pop too much, or at all. It shouldn't pop at all with you know, when I'm not recording. So let's try a bit of delay. So let's use the replica delay from Native Instruments. Just gives it a few more repetitions. One more trick up my sleeve. So what I decided to do was take a sample of the breaths that the character does when she originally aims at that building looking for someone in the building. So what I did was I took that breath and I put some lovely effects on it, and then I copied that and then just pitched it down so you get this sort of sound. So it's kind of hissing, breathy kind of sound, which I thought sounded really nice. I've lost video on there because what I've decided to do is just straighten everything up in terms of the audio. So that's why I'm not getting any video playing there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a few more bits of effects on, and we're pretty much good to go. Now, guys, if you like this video, please again think about subscribing. Think about liking the video. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means the absolute world to me. I want to thank Spaglettie for letting me do this, because this is really awesome and I really love to do this. Guys, if you'd like to comment below as well, tell me who I should be doing. You know, should I be doing another YouTuber? Should I be doing something completely different? Do you want to see me make a beat out of DAYZ sound effects or something? Whatever it is, just let me know. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the love on Twitter. You can follow me there. Yeah, thank you so much, and enjoy the final result.
You guys? 3 guys?
Got one.
One is... I'm pushing.